Hello everyone, this is Western Muerto Buddha, and we're going to be reacting to a couple Zortalk videos. And honestly, watching his videos talking about Antonio Talks, let's just say that if there was a video or videos that can make me more depressed than working at my warehouse job, Zortalk can actually do that. All right, let's get to it.
Violence, but the same way you will be aggressive towards your brother or hop online and talk down on these black women, do that to the white.
Please don't be aggressive to nobody. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dixon, and I talk about things on the internet that is interesting. And what we're going to go over today is the idea of oversensitive YouTubers on the internet right now. Everybody is looking for an issue with everything that happens. And this YouTuber that we're going to talk about today, who's a young guy that is very much establishing himself in the race relations on the internet right now, is going a little too crazy with it. Now, the first example that I saw from him that I didn't like was when he was talking about Joey Swole and the Hulk Hogan death situation. Joey Swole went to the gym in a Hulk Hogan costume, and this guy decided to just call Joey Swole by his name because of this.
So it was just very weird when I seen him posting a video of him working out as the Hulk Hogan, a known racist, not a good person. And when people called Joey out, this is what he had to say.
Listen, I can post Hulk Hogan if I want to. Just because somebody makes a mistake in their life doesn't mean that they haven't done good things. I don't know what he did, and he said something 20 years ago and apologized for it. If you're going to attack me, you better go after the colored athletes and the people that are black and minority that went and posted him as well.
Oh, this man used colored, bruh. This man used.
Oh, come on, man.
Now, guys, I am a fan of Hulk Hogan, and I did hear about the racist allegations. It was about his daughter being with a black guy or something like that.
I would have put was fucking the black guy's son. Would have been hanging out, like holding hands together on Twitter, get close to the tiny bar, give a fucking good. I'm not a double standard type guy. I'm a racist to a point. Yeah. You know, fucking here's the thing when it comes to my people.
It wasn't a good thing that happened with Hulk Hogan. He even apologized for the whole thing. But I don't want to go out of my way to cancel people. I don't want to go out of my way to just bash people for making a mistake. He made a mistake, and even if you think that his apology wasn't sincere, you gotta realize that he apologized for that.
I'm not a racist. I never should have said what I said. It was wrong. I'm embarrassed by it.
It was bad. That's there's nothing more we could have expected from Hulk Hogan in that situation. And
It's not even about the apology, bro. That's not what people are technically begging for. If you want to say the word begging, it's kind of like I forgot what president it was, but there was either a president or a vice president that was a part of the KKK, and later on, as he, I guess you could say that he kind of left. He said that it was the biggest regret of his life being a part of that organization. Yet he was a government official, and still the KKK still exists. The first home domestic terrorist group still exists.
And when there's a fan of that person that's celebrating the life of this great wrestler, but your only viewpoint on it is that this guy is a racist, it just like, it screams cancel culture. It screams looking for problems. It just screams sensitive shit, bro. People are gonna make mistakes. People are gonna run into problems, but we shouldn't make that be the definition of them. We should allow people to grow and learn to appreciate the race relations that we have in the United States.
Oh my god, bro. Look, bro. I'm all about humanity holding hands and all of us singing Kumbaya. But you need to also understand that the reason why people are the reason why I'm upset about him is that he obviously knows better, and he obviously, there's two ways you could see it. He either apologized because he wanted to still be leaving a legacy and still be looked up to, or he apologized because he genuinely felt bad about it. I mean, he was just doing a fucking interview about it, and he just apologized in the interview rather than actually making a video, or at very least a public display of being like, you know what, guys, I fucked up, I'm sorry. But no, he apologizes like in the fucking interview. Like, come on, man, really? Do you really have to ask the question of like, what more can we ask for? He apologized in a fucking interview. That alone is enough for people to, in my opinion, to be upset about.
It stays right now.
And man, it's low key like, damn, bro. I've seen bro content I liked. I was like, okay, I thought he was a cool dude whole time, man. Boom. It makes me just, I don't think I can trust white people. Like, I know this. It's like I always got a second thought in my mind, like, do they not like me? Like, are you the type? Like, when I'm in stores, I'll be thinking, like, are you the type of people that be online talking about black fatigue in the comments? Like, really,
See, when you live your life like that, you always think of a person as their race first. You will always be in that situation where you're always going to be saying is white people, is black people, is green people, is orange people. You would never see a person as just a person. Joey Swoll isn't the representation of white people. Fucking Hulk Hogan is not the representation of white people. And when people like this get famous on the internet, they tend to create bubbles around them of individuals who solely think of people as race. Individuals who everything around them is based on their race. They identify with their colors so much, and they don't even discover the individuality within the person that is them. Everybody.
Look, bro, he's not even saying that. He never once said that Hulk Hogan represents all white people. No, nobody's saying that. What we're saying is that the actions and the word he uses is very universal among white people. That is a very much fact, all right? People need to really understand that it's very much culture. You know, Elia Jane, she said it herself, racism is taught. And I'd say that it's almost culture nowadays, because I feel like people think culture is just aesthetics in terms of like building and like clothes and language. But I'd include mannerisms as well. The way you interact with certain people is also part of culture. Yeah, sure, maybe he did apologize, but how does he treat the average black person? What type of people does Hogan spend time with that just treats, black people, very poorly? It's almost like you saw a murder, and even though murder is bad, you choose not to say anything about it. That's basically you committing murder too.
Is different. You as a black person can have more in common with a white person than another black person, and that's not a fucking crime. Joey Swoll shouldn't feel wrong for trying to honor his legend, especially if his legend made a mistake that he apologized for. Like, it's not Joey Swoll's fault. And the people that are going out there to bash him, I fully disagree with. Now, another huge example of this creator, Antonio Speaks, making race everything with anything is when this guy posted a clip of him driving around a block and got stopped by a guy who wanted to figure out what was going on. Obviously, the guy wasn't right to go to this man's car and ask him what was going on, right? Is a little nosy, but the way Antonio Speaks react to this, it's so uncalled for, bro.
Because it's not none of your business. I don't need to tell you shit. That's the crazy part, right? Because we live here.
Oh, come on.
minding his business. I don't know why do a quick question. Why do white people, if you're white, why do you feel like you have to take authority with everything? Like it reminds me of like when someone's like I don't promote stealing, but let's just say someone's stealing out of a store. Why it's like always a white person coming in, trying to save the day.
Imagine watching this if you're just like a white dude trying to wake up and go to your job in the morning, get bread for your family or something like that, and listening to this guy say this to you. Why do you always have to be a vigilante? Why do you always have to go there?
Okay, I will not deny it. Antonio definitely did make a very poor example of that. And this guy is just basically attacking the very poor example of that. And basically both of them are ignoring the fucking video of the black dude getting interrogated by some random white neighbor of his, I believe. And yeah, it was just like a very stupid part of the video. I'm just gonna skip this rant. He's just complaining about not being a hero or whatever.
2025, we gotta grow up. Like, people aren't white, black. Yes, you can say history, history make us not live and not actually see is filtered through the race lens, bro. You would never live a free life. You would never live as an individual. The whole purpose, all white people or this and that. I'm not gonna yap too much about that. Let's talk about the most shocking one, which was Bobby Shmurda talking about his perspective as an individual on the N-word.
All my white friends, I give them I tell them there's no past. It's just a word, brother. I tell people what there's sticks and stones, okay? They be asking me how I'm so strong. I be like, bro, I done got called everything in the world, bro. When I don't pay attention to it, that means you're talking to yourself now. You're just talking to yourself.
Okay, so when a white crowd sings along to your biggest song and they're using the N-word,
I don't give a about. Listen, I got Harriet Tubman on my arm, and I'm trying to tell you it's just a word. When everybody says in the world is just a word, they understand that what you react off of gives it power.
I'm not gonna lie, Bobby, you said a lot of factual things. Yes, it is just a word, and how we react to it is what actually holds the power. But that.
I'm not gonna interrupt anymore, but you see how he made so much sense, and then he just says, fuck that, because we want to just rage and be mad. That it feels better to.
I would recommend that you watch the video rather than just hear what Sir talks about it. But let's just see what humanitarian speech he has to say.
Do that. Bobby, you was a rapper talking about harming your own brothers, man. Yet you want to sit around here and give your white friends the N-word pass? No. As black people, man, we are so violent and aggressive towards each other. It's been so many cases of people taking out another black man for just looking at him wrong. But yet, when a white man used the word, we supposed to turn the other cheek, man. I'm telling you, it's that internalized hate. And this
I also don't know how that went to internalized hate. Like, what? Because a person made a video and has fans that are saying, the racial slur in his video, like in his music, he was the one obviously that made that, and that is making him rich. That money is gonna feed his black children one day, is gonna help his family members who are black, right? And those people are saying it, yeah, it's not ideal, but he, as the creator, as the artist, doesn't have an issue with it. For him, it's just a word. And I will be personally honest here. Like, if you're gonna sit there and call me that word, like, bro, I feel like I'm so above your mental state that, like, it has no impact on me, right? The people that say that word to go and hurt you want your response to be tight, to be, that really has so much power over me. Like, in reality, it really doesn't have that much power at all as an.
Oh man, so many bad things right here. Look, brother, you need to really look into the whole music industry. It is one of the most evilest industries there is. I mean, bro, they want black rappers to rap about, the hood, the gun violence, the gangs, say the N-word. Like, I feel like the very reason why it's so universal now is because of the music that everybody listens to now. That's one of the reasons why so many, like, Mexicans say it. Or should you say brown people say it so much now, because they hear this music. I have so many friends that just listen to rap music nowadays, and they be saying the N-word consistently, and I'm just like, really? And it's just, the reason why I have a problem with it is because it's a very, you need to look at the culture of the US. And the culture of the US is demoralizing human beings. And that's what that word really represents.
Individual. Yeah, if you're saying it, it's like disrespect.
Oh, and it does have power. Music definitely has power. So if you keep using the N-word in music, bro, it's already been proven to actually affect your brain. So it definitely does have power over you nowadays, I'd argue.
To my background, to the people that I look like, right? But I'm not gonna risk my freedom by going and fighting you over it and being mad over it. It really doesn't impact my life. I honestly feel sorry for you as a racist because like you are living in the past. Like the world has went by you, bro. And to want to encourage black people to have this this fucking one word hang over their heads for their entire lives is so dumb. The more you give white people who say that word power and influence over you, the more they're gonna use it. And even if they use it too, bro, and you're always encouraging people to be mad about it, like it's just really sensitive YouTubers wanting to make everybody else.
Okay, he's just talking about humanitarian. Next one. Black Americans versus the world is a terrible video. Let's see.
Today I want to talk about this video from Antonio Speaks that says Black Americans versus the world. Let's first start with his problem with the New York mayor saying this.
New York will remain a city of immigrants, a city built by immigrants, powered by immigrants, and as of tonight, led by an immigrant.
Now, although he was just referring to New York, my point is going to still stand. Black Americans are never given the proper credit. We all know who really took a hand in building this country. Now, I will say maybe he didn't mean this with malice intent, or it maybe slipped his mind. This is why I feel the way I do about politics. I don't think either side have the best interest of black people.
Of course, he didn't mean it that way. That entire clip, and this is what started the video, Antonio, bro, he didn't mean it in a way that's gonna separate people. The mayor is trying to bring people together. The one uniting factor in this country of everybody is the fact that most of us are immigrants, black, white, purple, green. So to have an issue with somebody saying immigration built this country is so surreal to me. Like, what do you want people to do without you finding an offense to it? I'm not saying people aren't offensive, but I have a huge issue when you look for things.
Okay, I can see both sides with this. Like, I get it. It's just, at the end of the day, we, like I said before, we just live in a world now where it has to be included. It just has to be. Otherwise, you're just gonna be forgotten. I mean, look at brown people who are from basically in the Americas. We've been completely forgotten. I mean, they call us illegals. I mean, that's technically the new N-word for a bunch of brown people from Latin America nowadays. Even though technically from New York all the way to California, there was just a bunch of brown people here before.
To be offended by. Now, the rest of the video goes over how each specific race is racist towards specifically black people.
Why are the Latino numbers so high for Trump? Now, my personal experience with Latinos and Hispanics has been very chill for the most part. I live down south in South Carolina, so I don't experience Hispanics as often. So my experiences may be different from someone living in Texas or California.
Can we just discuss the hidden animosity the Latino community has with the black people, bro? Because to be completely honest, you would think that being minorities would band us together. But the essays down in San Diego still acting like the Jim Crow laws are still in effect.
Oh, come on, man. Again, no fucking skip button.
Headlines are always talking about the Fed. The Fed raised rates. The Fed cut.
Like, chill.
These Houston Mexicans are racist. The Houston Latino people are racist. I'm telling you, listen, I have been dealing with them for over 12, 13 years. You feel what I'm saying? These folks are racist, bro.
Let me tell you, here in Texas, the amount of racism I've ever even come close to experiencing from Mexicans.
So you get the idea. Mexicans are racist, right? Of course, there are going to be Mexicans out there that hate black people or hate certain Asian people or hate a certain person, bro. We don't even know if people don't like these people because they don't like their character. We're just going to assume it's because these people are black. But let's say, for example, these Mexican people hate you because you're black. Dude, it's 2025. Are these people going to stop you from waking up tomorrow, going to work, making your money, and living your best life? I don't think so.
Mexico was colonized by white Spaniards, and
What? I don't even know what point he was trying to make with that. Like, no, like, that's not the point.
the closer you were to whiteness, the better. So, I mean, I get it. Now, the next minority I want to discuss is the Asian American community. I already did a video on my second channel talking about the pick-me Asian epidemic because a lot of them, they love that white validation of white gaze. But we do got to talk about the very much anti-blackness within the Asian community.
Why don't you like us black people? Non-American Asians always gave me the cold shoulder.
Why do you care? Why do you care so much? Like, do you see Asian people going online saying, why don't you like me, black people? Let me know right now if this is insensitive. But is it wrong to ask the question, why does a person that has every opportunity in the world, a person that is intelligent, smart, a person that's cool, like, why are all these cool black people caring so much about what these other people think about them? It's gonna be white people that'll hate you, white people that'll love you, blue people that will like you, blue people that'll hate you. Why does it matter that this one that every group like you, bro? Why does that matter? Like, civil rights wasn't there to make everybody like everybody. People are gonna be people. People are gonna have likes and dislikes. I think that's a huge disconnect a lot of these people don't have. And then when they put out videos like this, they just create, again, this bubble. It's not a group and group thing, bro. It's a...
Okay. I get what he's trying to say, which is not completely wrong, but he's failing to understand why...
freaking individual thing. You are you. You are not black than you. You are you. Okay, you're black. Okay, you are smart. You're slightly smart. Like, that is what it is. It's categories, bro. It's features of you. Don't attribute a person not liking you because of how you look, because of how you are, to be the definition of who you are. That is simply not sustainable to be happy. You will always find racist in things. You always find people who are racist if that's what you want to find.
Man, dude, this guy really does live a kumbaya fantasy world, man. Like, brother, take us all in your fantasy world, bro. Like that. Damn, man, that sounds like a beautiful place to be in right now.
You gotta realize most of real life things happen in real life. Being a YouTuber, sitting online consuming TikToks is not what real life is. Those things that blow up, they blow up because they are rare. Now, there was something that happened on TikTok where an Asian creator said she literally goes to an Asian store, and if she sees white people around, she would give them the side eye.
Side eye. Every time I see you there. What are you doing?
Obviously, there were backlash to that because you're going to have people that disagree and people that agree.
This hideous video by this Asian American.
I saw this video too. Elliot Song made a really good video about this. And what he was saying in that like hour-long video was that like a lot of Asians strive to have white approval, which is true. You know, like Asians are one of the only minor demographic people within the United States that actually have higher forms of income. And of course, there's certain Asians that don't actually get that much income at all. And so, one Asian girl from TikTok even stated herself in her videos, saying that they use Asians as a way to promote, like, oh yeah, we're not racist. See, Asians are making it, in mainstream. They're, in high positions of like businesses. Meanwhile, the average black and brown person is still like making basically working class income.
And content creator.
I can't tell if you were just joking, but you should take this down immediately.
And the people that disagree with her were being hit with a lot of hate. Apparently, they were too biased and they got way too much towards the white side.
I kind of roll my eyes even more at these creators because one of them has a white husband, the other one mostly dates white people, and the third one's unknown. So already, right off the bat, I'm like, okay, I don't know if you can speak on this issue because you are already a little bit biased.
So it's just stupid to me that people can't call out blatant racism just because the side that the racism is being perpetuated against is white. And as someone who just likes to think they're pretty logical, I don't think that's fair. If
Brother, I do not think you're logical at all.
2 equals 2, 2 gotta, oh no, well, yeah, 2 gotta equals 2 in every situation. Now, another good point that I think he made,
that literally made no sense,
was talking about the contrast between African Americans and African. I actually learned something from him when he brought this part of the video up.
Africans grew up in majority black nations, black culture, black leadership, and black everything being the norm on a day-to-day basis. It's not the core part of their identity because everyone is majority black when they look around. Black is the default. Off rip, they are not looking at things through a racial lens. But black people in America look at everything through a racial lens because we are the minority in a country that was built off of our oppression. And the entire system was designed not only to exclude us, but to capitalize off of that exclusion. So systemic oppression is the struggle that black Americans are dealing with on the home front.
I think that was such a good statement and a good way to summarize the experiences between both groups. Black Americans, they grew up in a country where they were the minority, where they always had to sort of look at themselves as different. Going to schools with probably more white people than black people, right? You always have to be aware that you're black. That can highly impact your psyche when you grow up, and you probably see the world through a more racial lens than someone like I, for example.
Then why even make this video? If you, brother, if that was the only video you had to see, then why even make the video? Why even call this a terrible video, bro? This is basically the entire video, and honestly, it's literally most of Antonio's like videos theme. And you're making this illogical video for no reason other than, of course, to get views. Honestly, bro, you should really just delete your channel and do something else. This platform is not for you.
People who grew up in a country that was majority black. You don't see a white person anywhere. So me growing up, I'm not.
Let's just move on.
General, and also the political.
The other one is Antonio Speaks' situation is insane. 2 weeks ago.
World, and try to put actual logic and sense to it without necessarily furthering.
Oh, come on, man.
Political ideology. Okay, I said liberal in there in the actual sense of the word. We are liberal over here. Okay, we don't care about what side you are on. We care about you, the human being. So this whole thing started from this guy, Basic Logic, posting this video called "Why Black America Is Like That." Okay, and then he made that video, and Antonio made a video about it as well. Now, the reason Antonio made a video about it was obviously because Antonio is a black person and he's a black commentator. Basic Logic also made a video reacting to Antonio and
what? No, he made the video because the dude was basically trying to contradict Antonio, not because Antonio's black. You're already bashing the dude for no reason.
Now the video we're going to react to is Antonio reacting to basic logic. Let's get into it.
Oof. I don't know why a lot of people think that I condone dysfunction within the black community. I don't at all. But instead, my viewpoint is like, I'm going to come on this platform and state that I stand with black people are, right? I'm married, children, graduated from high school, actually got a full ride to college, no felonies, no type of arrests, anything. I am the model citizen, and I am what a lot of black people in America stand for, the majority. And I say this all the time, I would have no problem with people calling out the black community if they also called out the white community. What you notice is that, let's use Charlie Kirk. He always talked about fatherless homes, black on black crime, yada yada, but he never addressed the rampant pedophilia in the white community. He never addressed the high suicide rates. He never addressed the drug overdoses, because all of these things impact the white community more than black on black crime or fatherless homes. So you have to keep it fair. But instead, what these people love to do is just dogpile on black people. Make America seem like all of its problems are because of black people. That is what you guys do.
He's so... No, that was a fair critique of a point that, a point that Antonio Speaks is making towards basic logic. Now, my only issue with Antonio Speaks, and I've made videos about him on this channel, is he is so caught up in the black side of things, in just the racial side of things, and it kind of blinds him to just seeing people as people first before he actually goes to the race. So it is not bad to care about people and saying that, oh, black people have this struggle that a lot of people don't see, but like to say black people are the problems for everything. There's no problem with that, but it's a huge turnoff when you want to speak to others and you only see their race as like a basics for every way you interact with them. That's just something that turns me off, and it's probably because I wasn't born in this country. But that's
brother, you literally had a video talking about this, and now you're just, oh god.
Let's not beat around the bush. You've seen the clips. You've seen the statistics. The wanton disregard.
First of all, just listening to his accent, he isn't even from America. So he has no interactions with black Americans in real life. Starting off, we've seen the clips. We've seen this. What first-hand experience do you have? So already, off to a horrible start.
My video hasn't even played for 5 seconds. I haven't even made a point, and this guy immediately...
Once again, the fried chicken, I don't know if I already mentioned it, but y'all see what I mean, dude. That is why I got defensive, because you're coming on here being racist.
He pauses to complain about my accent.
And I bring that up because of this, bro. The propaganda against black people is so lethal and it sticks. We just had an incident a few days ago, or a week ago now, where Japanese people on Twitter were just talking about how scared they are of us. How they think that we're, this violent group of people. Whole time, we didn't do shit to nobody. We never bombed anyone. We never did any colonization. We never killed off hundreds of thousands of animals just so a group of people couldn't eat. So it's like, just looking back through history, what have black people done to warrant how everyone feels about us? This is because propaganda is so real. People that have never interacted with black Americans specifically have so much to say. This is a guy, I don't know where he's from in Europe. A lot of people say Portugal. He's getting all of his knowledge because of hood movies, hood interviews on YouTube, viral black fatigue clips, right? So he's never had a first-hand encounter. And this actually stands for majority of white America, right? Most black people in America, we live down south, okay? So it's like America is kind of still segregated. Even in different parts of my state of South Carolina, right? You notice how small we are. So majority of people, they don't have an interaction with us. So they're getting all their information because of black fatigue clips. Like, and these videos go crazy viral. Millions of views. This is how they're forming their ideology off of us. So as a person from Europe, who are you to make a video on black America? And like I said,
you know what? Really, really good point from Antonio right there.
Oh my God.
It makes a lot of sense that people across the country, right? People who aren't even in the United States to experience some of the issues that black people go through or see it on a given basis, right? Their judgment of it should be skewed. And I think that there's a good in having someone like Antonio Speaks on the internet who is so opinionated on black history and how people talk about black people, because it does show the extreme side. It shows that, yes, there are, a lot of black people in the South, and a lot of people who are speaking about black people who aren't living with those black people don't see the actual day-to-day of those people. Now, the only thing I will add to what he's saying is we have to realize that this is how the internet as a whole is, right? Most people that are making comments on the internet, most people that are YouTubers on the internet don't have the time to actually go and live real life. YouTube by itself, it's a social media. It's a very constrained abstraction of the creator's own life experiences. Antonio Speaks have a completely different black experience than someone like I, and we're both in the same country. He has a different opinion of how things are with black people in this country than even black people that are in the South. Antonio Speaks really only know about Antonio Speaks. Yes, he's in the same country as most black people, so I give him a little edge to talk about black people's problem, but the same argument can be made from that guy. And the goal of internet discourse is to bring people together and help and have them learn from each other. So if you're going to block people from having a discourse because they aren't in the actual situation that you're in, for me, it screams counterintuitive, because the goal is to educate everybody, right? Not say you can't speak on this topic because of this. I'm going to say, hey, I hear your thoughts. Here's where I'm coming from because of so-and-so experience. Let the viewer, let the people actually make up their mind. I don't think logic or basic logic is wrong for giving his opinion on black people in the United States. I think it's a learning experience for us black people who are here, and obviously African Americans who are here, to see how other people are portraying us, right? You could say it's propaganda. You could say it's this, is the white man, is that, right? You could say all of that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't do you any better by abstracting responsibility off of yourself. I think in some way we contribute to the way other people see us. If you're a white person and, you know, like you are, you know, people are going to see you a certain way. Did you contribute to that? Maybe you say your ancestors. But in some way, you have responsibility as a white person to how people perceive you. White people are going to be perceived as racist if they're in a place where a lot of white people are racist. And and that's the same thing. Black people are going to be perceived as some kind of a way based on the people that have experienced black people in that area. The goal here is to educate those people, not block them off because they aren't in your specific situation. Like, the way to make a worldwide change, guys, is to really accept that people can be biased. And your goal is...
Oh god, bro. That was a whole lot of fucking nothing, bro. I mean, I don't even know what the fuck he was trying to say. Was he... It almost just sounded like it's okay to be an arrogant fuck. And then the whole counterintuitive. I feel like a lot of people actually don't know what that actually means. They just hear the word counter, which is to them is like another word of contradicting themselves. But counterintuitive means describe something that goes against your gut feeling, common sense, or natural expectations, even though an idea or method feels wrong or illogical at first glance. It often turns out to be true or highly effective once you understand it better. So you quite literally, Zortalk, used counterintuitive in the wrongest way possible. Like I said, get the fuck off YouTube, bro.
To shun them for being biased. Your goal is to help them understand your position. So I don't get the point of this discourse if the goal is just to disagree YouTube drama. Or if you really want a person, I see where Antonio is coming from, but I also see where basic logic is coming from. His perspective is extremely important. His perspective makes sense because that's what he's gotten, right? That is what he's gotten. I haven't watched this.
I'm just gonna...
Seeing the racist themes through your video, bro, I already knew it wasn't in good faith.
It's the case that since I'm not American, I can't have an opinion on Black America. This will be a constant theme. He's going to build the narrative in this video that I am an outsider and can't have a valid opinion.
I hate that logic. I'm so biased here, and I understand my bias because I'm someone...
That's what counterintuitive means, though.
That, you know, I like to be proven wrong. I want to get things from other people and learn and better myself. I don't think I know everything. It's boring to know everything. If you don't get other people's perspective, just because you from the get-go disqualify their thought process because of your own assumption of what they know, like, you leave yourself in a bad position. It's in my view, it is counterintuitive to do that if you want to solve a problem. You don't want...
See, he's still using the word wrong.
to solve a problem when you sit here and say, no, don't talk to me because of so and so this. No, just because he's a person, he has the right to speak on it, right? Like that, the only qualifier for having a discourse is being a human and having emotions and having the ability to learn and share your thoughts and have language. That is the only qualifier. You don't need to be a black person to speak on black topics. You don't need to, like that. Oh my God, that is so stupid. The white people that fought for black people's rights in this country, did they have to be black to speak on the actual terrible situations that black people were going through? Like, one of the greatest parts of being human is to empathize, right? Like that word, right? We empathize with people. We don't necessarily have to be in your situation to build an opinion about you. That is also how we communicate, right? We communicate by assuming things of the other person based on our assumptions of them and our experience in life. So I don't like that logic at all.
I want you to remember that.
You know, there's a few things I hate in life. My job and pickles. And I guess another thing to add to the list would be people who went to get a higher education but turn out to be stupider than me.
So another thing, bro, if y'all have black fatigue so much, why do you keep worrying about Black America?
He's making a video about it, man. And I mean, it's a video, dude.
That, like, if y'all so fatigued, then go away. I see y'all under every video of black people, man. I mean, y'all so fatigued but keep following us, making videos about us. That is what I'm saying. Like, y'all are obsessed.
All the way to the end. Academics love to blame racism for any disparity between groups. It's their default excuse.
Listen to me, sir. America is rooted in racism. We got rich off of it. Slavery. Not even talking about that. Normal, everyday things are rooted in racism.
This is why I say you're not even American, so you can't even grasp this. Just me walking outside, I may walk upon different street names under the title of former slave owners, former Confederates, white supremacists. We're going to school.
I mean, he is right, man. Like, it was founded off of racism, right? Like, most of the shit that we do in this country, most of the streets, bro, everything. And it takes a certain amount of willingness to understand that, a certain amount of open-mindedness to say yes, right? Like, a lot of America was based off of the slave trade, right? Like, a lot of the economy was based off of, you know, the farm economy, the cotton economy, all that. It was based off of slave trade. And I wanted to go a little further and say it was based off of money. That's what America's always been based off of. It was easier to get free labor from people, right? Well, what do you think AI is becoming?
Bro, oh my god, you literally just made a video a while back saying that, oh man, the greed here is crazy, it's out of control. And now you're basically downplaying the whole slavery. Like, that's what Antonio is trying to say, is that it's not just because they had slaves. It was, if you really look into what they did, the colonists, a lot of people would like to say, oh, the Aztec Empire, they would rip people's hearts and feed it to the gods, feed the blood to the gods. But the reality is, a lot of Native Americans, the concept of suicide wasn't even a concept to them. Giving your life to save your village was like the most admirable thing you could ever do. And that's what the Aztecs were. That's the whole reason why they sacrificed each other, because it was a way to continue on the world. Their bodies was literally a function for the world to still exist. Even with like childbirth, it was considered, when a woman died during childbirth, it was considered like, oh, she fought for her to the very end to give life. It was very precious. Now we don't have that anymore. It's like somebody, like, nowadays people have like suicidal thoughts or like just depression. It's like, dude, get over it mentality. And like I said, going back to the whole slave era, bro, it was literally, that shit was more satanic than my ancestors sacrificing people, bro. That shit was crazy. Like, I don't even want to say diabolical, because I feel like that word alone is still downplaying it, if you know what it actually means, Zortalk. But it was insane. And even after the whole like slavery ending, you still had people hunting black people. And it wasn't even just black people. It was also Mexicans that were hunted down too. And to this day, there's still, people mysteriously hung in trees and in front of police stations. And we're still going to be like, oh, well, that era's over. It's like, why is it that, the brown and black people are still at the bottom of our society still?
Such a great part of the internet of the world nowadays, right, is because it's making labor cheaper. People love cheap labor, and slavery was a huge part of it. Meaning it was a huge part of America's like early beginnings, which is pivotal to what it is today.
Hello, Michael Youssef here. There is no symbol that is more misunderstood.
Who's named after these people? So it's already brainwashing them like a psychological level. Even bringing up things such as HOAs that are in some suburban neighborhoods. These were founded off of racism. The reason there are suburbs, racism, redlining, even when you're going out to eat.
Things such as...
Hell, I remember that fucking SS War Crime Secretary, Pete Hesbreath, he literally had like an announcement for like Wounded Knee, a massacre for the Native Americans, and he literally said like, oh, we're still gonna keep the U.S. troops who were participating in that massacre and have their fucking Medal of Honors still be in a memorial and like remembered. And Native Americans were trying to like advocate like, no, fuck that, bro, take that shit down, and nobody said a word. Like, come on now, man.
tipping. It was founded on racism.
Antonio plays my video for another 5 seconds. Keep in mind, I still haven't made a single point yet, and goes on a tirade of how everything is racist. Even suburbs, even tipping is racist.
Yes.
For both of our sanities, that's...
If it was based on racism, is different from racism. You know, like, things can start of a certain way and still not be what it was when it started, right? Like, I might be wrong. I don't think it's true.
Wait, what? That makes no sense. If I assault you, but I run away, does that mean I still assaulted you? Like, no, bro. Like, you're still hurt from after I just assaulted you. Like, that's the point of what everybody's trying to say, is that the moment something is you realize, oh, it's because of this, and so you demoralize people because of that, if that makes sense. And so that's why it's almost like Columbus, even though he didn't actually find the US, bro, we literally fucking celebrate his fucking birthday. A man that literally annihilated almost an entire, well, not almost, but I mean, I should say almost. He did annihilate an entire group of people. And now those people don't no longer exist. I don't know if their language still is alive, but yeah. Bro, like, and even, it's not even just that, bro. The bikini people, they literally took their names and made it into a fucking female, like, swimsuit. But if you learn about their fucking homeland, bro, it literally got destroyed. And now they have to live in a way of capitalist. Like, come on now, bro. Like, there is deep wounds in so many of us, and it's literally a slap to the fucking face every day. Literally, a white dude said this. He said, imagine getting your house stolen for, like, imagine getting your homes stolen for, like, basically an entire century, and then the thief is like, you know what, let's just move on from this. Meanwhile, they are still living in your homeland.
That because it was from the slave era, that means that it will always be racism forever. I don't think when I tip people, I'm participating in a racial act.
Kicked when he actually makes a point.
Literally, he said that black people love to use racism as an excuse. I literally just told him why. Because so many things are rooted in racism. Common things, such as tipping. That's something that you wouldn't even think relates to racism, but it's so much more. You know what I'm saying? So much more. I'm not even going to talk about all the examples, because people you can go on and on with examples and people will be like, oh, you're just being a victim. No, we're just bringing up facts.
Bro, everything is based off of racism. The entire country was based off of racism. Does that make us racist right now? Like, what?
Yes, bro. We quite literally are. We quite literally are, bro. We're literally like terrorists at this point. We're just participating. We're literally buying metals from the Congo where they enslaved the Congo people. Like, come on now, bro. What are you talking about? How do you think you're making this YouTube video right now, huh? Answer me that question. Racism. The truth is that all these third world countries, where do you think all our technology comes from? The Congo has enough resources to basically fund every single tech company for practically for centuries, I think. And that place is still fucking poor. Everybody there gets paid pennies. A country that should be a first world. In fact, most third world nations should be first world nations. Incredibly rich, but they're not. And when you look into the US's history, man, dude, it really makes you feel like, fuck, have I always been, participating in this? It's a very shitty feeling, that's for sure.
What's the value of that point? Like, if you're a history channel, then yes, go ahead and do that. But if you're a channel that's like there to push beliefs and to help people do things, or I don't know if you know what Antonio Speaks' goal is at this point, right? Like, is it to educate people? Maybe it can be both. Let's say it's both. It's to educate people and to, I guess, help black people. It can't be to help black people, because if you're sitting here and say everything is racist, this and this, right? You're making them see their problem. This is just pure logic. You're making them see their existence as a problem and has always been a problem. So like that logically doesn't help people move forward. It might help them be more aware, but like that's not giving them value to say, hey, bro, this is what you do to get a job. This is what you do to go and make your career a lot more successful. This is what you do to be. You're not helping black people by sitting here and making them think that, oh, I'm this, so I'm lesser. Like, I get it, right? It's good. Education is always good. We learn these things in school. The goal, I think, for a black YouTuber or someone who really believes that these black people are struggling and that we as black people have struggled in this country for a while, the goal of that is to actually help the black people now. Look at the current world. We aren't in the 60s anymore. We're in 2020.
Man, dude. God. Like I said before, I never thought I would find a video to make me more depressed than my job. Like, it's so... Like, how are you going to have the audacity to tell somebody, like, oh, how come you're not teaching your fellow black people how to get a job? Brother, what? I don't see your channel or any of your videos saying how to be a fucking black YouTuber. Bro, like, come on. How are you going to be critical to somebody else and not provide the same resources that you're asking for? Like, come on, bro.
Man, we have technology for days. We have ways where anybody can make millions of dollars on the internet. Why am I sitting here caring about tips being a thing that was formed off of racism? That doesn't help the everyday black person at all. You would even go farther to say that hurts them because they're...
Oh man, dude, it must be nice to live in this fantasy world of his.
Wasting their time. Like, you are wasting your time fighting ghosts, fighting racists of the past. If there's a white person that is racist, so be it. That person has absolutely zero impact on the furtherment of your life and making you successful or unsuccessful. That person is a non-factor. They can have their belief. It's not up to me as a black person to go and change their beliefs. So if you sit here and your goal, I assume, is to help. It is to be genuine and help. That so-and-so happens. We know that people in Portugal will have problems and not understand the actual
I'm just gonna skip because this is just ranting for no reason.
I don't get it.
It's even going back a few months ago when the EBT thing hit. Who was the news trying to portray as the biggest EBT users? Black people, black women. Whole time, white people are some of the biggest beneficiaries of EBT.
So this is another matter.
Dude, bro, oh my God, guys, I'm gonna stop.
I want you to pay attention to, which is Antonio's difficulty with per capita and math.
Oh, okay, listen. Everybody always talk about per capita. I know what per capita is, but in my opinion, per capita is irrelevant. Let me explain why.
Exactly. Honestly, I already knew the whole per capita was bullshit because their population is so small. How are you gonna be like 50%, but the population is like barely 13? That makes no sense.
They go into the EBT situation. 37% of white Americans are on EBT, while 25% of black Americans are on EBT. Now, with that being said, 37% of white America, I'm not sure exactly, I'm going to put the numbers up, versus 25% of black America, that's around 10 million. Disregarding per capita, white Americans would be affected more if EBT was cut off. White America benefits off of EBT more. More white people are on EBT. So I truly hate this narrative that black people just label everything as racism.
That is so true. I remember being taught in school that most white people abuse the system, which is like the whole EBT and pensions as well as like disabilities.
Well, if you look back, things are rooted literally. So yeah.
He hates the narrative that black people say everything is racist, then proceeds to say everything is rooted in racism, designed to.
Do y'all see the mind tricks these niggas play, dog? America is so funny, dog, because they literally treat us like victims. Not necessarily you.
It's not in America, it's in Portugal, man. Come on.
On an individual level, but historically, they have treated us like victims. So when we bring this up, oh, you're being a victim, you're being a victim. Oh, the gaslighting is just on an entirely different level, dog.
Guys, here's what I would say. Being a victim is not a bad thing. If somebody calls you a victim and you are a victim, like I think, Antonio, bro, like in some ways, black people are victims of slavery, right? Like, you know, like...
Then what are you saying, dude? What are you saying throughout the entire video then?
That can be a fact. and like you can still move on with your life and still do things in a progressive manner, in a way that moves you forward. The problem with the victimhood mindset, I think, in my opinion, is when you use it to stagnate yourself. You can be a victim. I think most black people say, these black people, I'm not an African American, I'm from Africa, right? I think a lot of black people here are victims of slavery, right? There are some ways those psychological impacts can stay within the genetic pool of something, and it can impact you. But the problem comes from you not saying that those were things of the past and understanding your past, but then turning your past into a positive force for the future. Because I don't think a black
Oh my God, dude, you're literally saying what Antonio's videos are all about.
child is any less than an Indian, than an Asian, than a white. But the goal of these YouTubers, I'm starting to understand, is to make this black child think that because of the past of his ancestors, he got to think that all these people, basically, guys, he got to assume that everybody else think he's less than. And what that does to the child as they grow up, I feel like it makes them concentrate on factors that they can't change over factors that they can. Your brain is so limited on the amount of things that it can process and value at one given moment. And if you're immutable characteristics is what you focus on, these could be your race, this could be really how you look from the base level, like your features, right? It could be height, it could be the way you talk, your voice and stuff like that. If you focus on these immutable changes, if there are things that are immutable you can't change, if you focus on them and have them take control of your mental power, it limits you by default. So the goal of some of these conversations that I'm having and bringing to you is to make you lessen that load on your mindset. Stop worrying about being black. Stop worrying about all these things that you can't change. Focus on things that actually matter. When you take your brain out of these things, out of the Antonio talks.
Oh God, man. So tell me this, Zortalks, because everything you just said was completely irrelevant to the whole victimhood. There was a story that I read about a while ago of a guy who kept on getting bullied. And every time it was lunchtime, the bullies would slap him on the back of his neck. It would happen so much that the only way he could eat was for his back to be against the wall whenever he was eating. So much so that to the very day he was a grown up, he still eats with like with his back facing the wall, and he just has like crazy like mental problems ever since because of that, you know. So tell me, are you gonna tell him to say it was just a slap, bro? Doesn't matter.
Antonio speaks, and out of the basic logic, and actually focus on things. What if you're watching a video about a skill instead of a video about people complaining about being black or white? Who gives a fuck if you're black or white, dude? Like, what the? Like, is that going to pay your bills? Is that going to get you? Like, what is that going to get you from point A to point B? If it doesn't freaking matter. Start working on what you can change.
Staggering 42 per 100,000. By 1970, after civil rights, that rate nearly
Do you want to know
doubled.
why it went up in the 1970s, sir?
To save you time, he doesn't answer his own question.
Wow. So he don't show, and this was one of the biggest portions of the video of why Black America is like that now when he cut it out. Do y'all understand? This is the mind fucking trick. Y'all gonna watch this shit. Hold on. So we got my video right here, man. We gonna watch this because, yeah, I hate, like, he cut out the most important part, dog. Do you want to know why it went up in the 1970s, sir? During this time, we started seeing a lot of black revolutionaries, okay? Malcolm X, MLK, the Black Panthers, Fred Hampton. So many of these black leaders that started to step up and try to take a charge. So because of this, the FBI director, J. Edgar Hoover, came out with COINTELPRO. So I'm gonna put all the links in the description. But as you can see, COINTELPRO on the site right now, the FBI vault. Black extremists. We have 23 parts of COINTELPRO. Now here is a specific part of this document. As you can read, it says, prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups. In unity, there is strength. An effective coalition of black nationalist groups might be the first step towards a real, I can't read that in America. A lot of y'all was telling me that was a revolution that happened in Africa, I believe, and it was like a black revolution that brought a lot of change. So they was already scared of this shit. So we're just gonna continue to read it. But this is a very important part on why Black America is the way it is, right? They killed the structure. If you break down the structure, everything else will come down with it, right? We had a lot of strong black leaders, black men. They love talking about black men going to jail. We had black men that was trying to do shit, and we see how they targeted them. So I brought this up because it's a big reason on why black America is the way it is. The beginning of a true black revolution. And for two, as you can see, it says prevent the rise of a messiah who could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. Malcolm X might have been a messiah. He is the martyr of the movement today. Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, and Elijah Muhammad all aspired to this position. But the one that they was really talking about was Fred Hampton, who they later killed in 1969. So man, hey, I don't be lying when I say this stuff. Here is even more proof of how they targeted us. So right here we have the national response to Richard Nixon's Black Capitalism Initiative. Richard Nixon viewed the uncontrolled black power movement as a major threat to the internal security of the United States. During the late 1960s and early 90s. To address this situation, Nixon developed his Black Capitalism Initiative. The Nixon presidency offered African Americans the notion of black capitalism as an incentive to move away from the notion of burn, baby, burn. The evidence suggests that although Nixon did not achieve his institutional goals related to black capitalism, did indeed achieve his larger ideological goal of subverting African American radicalism. And do you wonder why in 2026 we have no more Malcolm X's? We have
I think he was right. He answered his question, right? Like, so that could have been why, because there was a lot of radicalism in Black America at that time. And I mean, as a country, you don't want a lot of radicalism in your country. Not to diminish the point, right? Like, we don't want a Malcolm X right now in America trying to get black people to go and fight other people and go in the streets and start, like, we don't.
Oh my god, bro. I am switching another video. Fuck this, brother. That was not at all what he was trying to say. Okay, the next video. Elon situation is super crazy. Oh, shoot.
I think this video is going to be a part 2 of that video because I'm going to listen to the comments. Also, I'm going to be a very partial reactor to this guy, Antonio Speaks, because recently he created another video, yet again another one, talking about Elon Musk mask is fully off.
Elon Musk is suing for the right to discriminate against black people. His AI company called XAI allegedly filed a lawsuit against the state of Colorado to block the law that would stop AI tools from discriminating against black people. He don't want them hiring, giving loans, school admissions, and insurance. This shit, wow. And all the other races be thinking we really be tripping when we say we get discriminated for everything. Wasn't he bitching about getting discriminated against in South Africa?
Right.
His rebuttal was that by him being forced to treat black people fairly, it violates his First Amendment.
Yeah, Elon's mask is fully off. He's gotten to the point where he can just be blatantly racist. I tell y'all this all the time, but in 2026, these white supremacists, they do not need any more lapdogs, these black conservatives to speak for them. They can just openly be bigots now. Especially a man like Elon Musk, who is a powerful billionaire, going to be trillionaire, he could care less. And the thing is, there will always be racist people. We can't do nothing about it. But what we can do as black people is stop supporting people that don't like us.
Okay, so that everything he said so far up to this point, I agree with. I think Elon Musk is an absolute bigot. I think the greed from this entire country is way too much, right? People that have unlimited...
What? Now you agree? Now you agree.
money still want to have more unlimited money, and they will put people who have zero money in their bank account at extreme risk just to see their unlimited money become more unlimited. See, and Elon Musk is like one of the biggest perpetrator of that. He's the richest man on the planet. He's trying to have his own AI. He's trying to do all these things, but also putting people at risk and able to go to court to defend his terrible position. That is not what the problem is in this video. As you guys hear right there, the last thing that he said, which is the people now that are supporting Elon Musk are now the problem. So he's going to take this a bit further, and the extent that he takes it to is where we're going to have a lot of disagreements.
So tired of seeing
oh God, no, please.
Around and posting in front of a Cybertruck, posting in front of a Tesla car, like you look like an idiot. I don't care how hard you think the car is, I don't care how cool it is. This nigga don't like you. Why support someone who openly hates you? I came across this a few months ago, and it showcases a black woman Tesla club. Crazy, right? They are.
So this was the first one I saw in this video. I was like, okay, we got to talk about this, right? There is no way we're out here policing other people just because of their skin color, right? We're policing black women.
Wait, what? That's... Oh my God, bro. That's not at all what he's saying, bro. He's saying don't support a fucking dude who's being disrespectful. Are you telling me right now that if you were to go to a restaurant, regardless of the waiters or the owners or whatever their skin tone is, and they were to spit in your food, you're just gonna be like, you know what, bro? Whatever's.
Black people in general, because of the car that they're driving, and the person that is ahead of the car company being a bigot, right? Apparently, no matter how much you love a Tesla, no matter how much you want to get a Tesla, okay, that doesn't matter. Your own feelings as a human being don't matter, because everything from you has to come through the one lens. I made this video yesterday. It didn't record, so I'm doing it again. Everything from you has to come through this one lens. The first filter is racial shit, and then the next filter is you as a person. It's like, when will black people finally be free to just be themselves? There's always some black person that want to keep every other black person in the past. And I'm not saying Antonio Speaks is a bad influence. He's not. I think he's actually a great thing to have on the internet because he's showing the extreme side of things, right? Sometimes you need the extremes
What are you complaining about?
to balance out. There's a lot of extreme views on the internet. But I will disagree with you full-heartedly if you say that it is inherently wrong, it is inherently stupid, it is
Build apps that scale.
Oh, come on, just let me skip,
Beat
please.
Base 44.
self-hating of your own race to want a Tesla just because you have a dumbass in Elon Musk who can't keep his mouth shut and has these terrible character qualities, right? Just because he is at the head of Tesla, it doesn't mean that he is Tesla. We're not that stupid.
What? What are you? Oh God, bro.
Stupid, bro. Like, there are great engineers, black, white, green, purple, maroon, brown, pink, that worked on the creation of Tesla as a company, as a product for people. And you liking that shouldn't be a reflection of what you think of Elon Musk. There are a lot of people that like iPhones, right? But don't know who freaking what's his name, Steve Jobs was, right? Most of the products that you use, you don't expect most people to know about the CEO of these things, bro. I don't know the CEO of Uber, bro. I don't know the CEO of monitors, right? I guess you can say it's Bill Gates, but this is such a stupid way to view the world, a stupid way to judge people, because these people in their cars just trying to live their best life, bro. They aren't chronically online like every other YouTuber out there, bro. Your entire
What do you mean they're not online? They're literally making a fucking video of a Tesla car show meetup.
perspective of the world is built through algorithms. That is what these YouTubers are. Antonio Speaks, all of them. The entire perspective of the world is built through, I mean, I guess at this point, most people, right, is built through, like, just screens, bro. We don't actually sit there and communicate with another person. We're just going to see a person enjoying their Tesla and assume their entire personality. All these women love Elon Musk. Really, bro? Do they even know who bro is? Like, bro, you can't be famous on the
That's not even at all what he said.
internet. If you're currently online, you would know all the famous people. But most people aren't, bro. You're a YouTuber, you pay to be online. Let's keep it like that.
You're kicking their feet out, smiling, and I promise you Elon Musk would see this and get mad. You know what I'm saying? He would see this and be in utter disgust. But hey,
I don't care what Elon Musk think, bro.
Hey, you know, a lot of black people, they do try to fit into this white-dominated society, and they think that spending money and looking the part would make them, you know, not be seen as less than. Like, just
bro, that is such a sad way to look at life. That is such a sad way to look at life. Like, how do you enjoy your life, bro? Like, is this what you expect black people to be thinking in the next 100 years? Is this what you want for your great grandkids to sit there and say, oh, look at those people?
Oh, Jesus Christ, man. This guy lives in such a fantasy world, man. I would love to be part of it, but...
Bro, oh my God. You can't even have fun nowadays as a black person, bro. You're either going to get judged by racist white people, you get judged by black people who think that you're not the best black person, or you're not following their quote-unquote proper black culture, or people that aren't white or black, or just people that just don't like you personally. Like, bro, just live your own life. That's the only thing you have is your life. Enjoy it. Why do you have to go and police every human being just because of their skin color? This is so backwards, man. Like,
big ass business or something. We got to do better. Now we got a rapper, 2 Chainz. You know what I'm saying? This is what I say about these black elites or the black rich. You know, once they get to a certain wealth class or wealth gap, they start moving funny.
I have the Cybertruck. And they just
You're racist, man. Elon is the CEO of that company. You racist. You're Negro. You're not one with the other Negroes that Antonio Speaks like. Antonio Speaks is the perfect Negro. All history and proper decision making. No Teslas. All Hellcats. Okay, he doesn't even buy the Hellcats because he's gonna buy more land. Okay, he's a land owning, a proper black man.
I'm just telling you, man. I'm just trying to tell you. This is I don't care who. I don't into none of the other stuff, right?
I ain't into none of that other stuff. Yeah, he rich, y'all. He done made it. He don't care about all the other black people being discriminated against. Elon opening up all the AI data centers next to black communities. He don't care about that.
Damn, bro, you can't even say you're happy now as a black successful man.
Oh my God, bro. What are you... This guy, man. This guy... Oh, man. His, like, giddy voice is just so... Like, it's so innocent. It's like, man, dude, I really wish I could be in that world of yours, man.
Bro, you can't even say you're happy, bro. That's wild.
Because he's rich. You know what I'm saying? He done got his. He don't care about none of that.
That's wild, bro. That's wild, bro. Oh my God. But this is what like
being online does to a person, bro. Like, this is the life, like the form of probably the next. This guy has a lot of fans, right? There's the next 5 years of black people that really like Antonio Speaks. Like, that's how they're going to be, bro. Like, they're just gonna sit there and you say anything. It's like, well, man, like, you gotta think about your color first, bro. Like, you know, you're not just a person, right? You're a black person, right? You're not just a person. You're a white person. Like, that's how these people think, bro. It's sad.
Care about him openly hating black people.
And the only reason I really do these videos is for some reason people care so much about racial perspectives and talking about race thing. I think it's, you know, I honestly think the reason why people care and there's a lot of engagement in these types of videos is because we all have it. You're some color on this planet, right? We all have that in common. It's one of the most unifying things that people can share.
Oh my
right?
god, this is so. I'm just gonna skip this part.
Almost genocides in history, or these acts of harams in history, like slavery, right? They were all based on people using the unity of color to strive division, because that connection that you feel with another person of a fellow into a useful way to sort division, but also love and also community. But imagine then if you make that whole, if you change that from just color now to just humanness, if you go down a level deeper, skip the color and go down to the person as a core, you realize that we are all unified and together.
This is what he doesn't understand, is that the U.S.'s culture is dehumanizing individuals. That's why you don't really care about all what happens in the Middle East with the Forever Wars. Why you don't care about kids being assaulted by politicians on a, you know, yearly, monthly, daily basis. Why the drugs in so many poor communities are continuously coming in. The homeless people, nobody respects them. Everybody just, you know, fears the idea of becoming one. But he fails to understand the dehumanizing of these individuals. We're taught to do this at a very young age, regardless of skin tone. The skin tone, if anything, is just an added plus. Oh, he's black, even lesser of a human if he's poor.
Because we're human beings, right? That is the strongest thing, and call it color lose us. Usually they're external, they're color, or is it like they're so easy to build movements off of these external things, especially things that connect a wide number of people, like race, right? You can because of color, you can make that. That's how the Jews, and that's how Hitler did with the Jews, right? Like all those things. That's how white people did with black people. It's easier to have a lot of black people work on your farms if you use color as a separating factor between the black people and everybody else. Now,
did he just contradict his entire thing?
Whites don't care about you because they're using the most attractive way to sort hate, which is color, race, nationality, right? Those things can bring people together, but it can separate.
Man, these folks don't stand for shit.
My Cybertruck, right?
Yep.
It's one of the most comfortable and convenient and easy driving vehicles that I have.
It's comfortable, convenient. Hey, bro, he one of them niggas that would have got on the bus during the boycott. He would have been in there. Yeah, I gotta get to work. You know what I'm saying? It's comfortable. I ain't finna carpool with y'all. Got too many.
Man, this is sad, bro. He's 24 too, man. We're the same age, bro. Like,
Jesus.
What happened, man? I can't tell his end goal. In a perfect world, like where Antonio Speaks don't have to share this message, right? What is his perfect scenario for racial utopia or like equilibrium? What is that ideal heaven of racial interactions? Is it everybody sees themselves first through a racial lens? Is that going to be the solution? Is that going to be the racial utopia that you want to create with this messaging? Because what problem does this solve? That I don't get that answer from this video or anything I've seen.
He's not even saying anything, bro. Why are you looking deep into this?
I don't get that answer.
Niggas like him these days.
Well, a bunch of these cars are actually in the garage because my truck been out there, and they just came pick it up, do something this morning. Right. But you just get in it. You don't have to crank it up. You don't have to wait till one. No, you just get in it and you just go. I don't have to stop at the gas station. I got all the water I need here. I don't need to go to no store. Atlanta gas station is the most dangerous places in the world. They run up on you. I don't have to go that way. The truck bulletproof. Ain't having no beep and no smoke, but I'm ready to. If I have to, I can just, you know what I mean? And it's fast. I got the South Beach to go from 0 to 60.
But this nigga just like his car, bro. His dog just like his car. What's the issue?
Probably about 2.3. Oh yeah. So
Wait a minute. Did he just say Nigga? Hold up.
But this nigga just like his car, bro. His dog just like his car. What's the issue?
Probably about 2.3.
Damn.
Yeah, so I paid them electric cars roll out. So for me, I got to charge up here, charge at the house, and it was like 100 and some thousand. Right.
Like, imagine, bro, y'all rappers claim to have so much money. Why don't y'all put something together and start your own electric car company?
Bro, oh my God, bro. This man's giving 2 Chainz money advice, bro. This man's giving 2 Chainz money advice. I don't.
What? That is literally not at all what he said.
Care how many degrees I have. That dude is a millionaire. He got his bread, okay? Like, let him use it however he likes. He's made a lot of money based off of his talents and his hard work, dude. We are not going to police his money, too. Oh, my goodness.
You know what I'm saying? Like, none of y'all care that this nigga don't rock with y'all. This is why we have so many black MAGA, black for Trump. You know what I'm saying? They thought, oh yeah, Trump for black people. Trump gonna give us some money.
Oh my God, bro. Oh my, you don't agree with me. You're the bad blacks. And I'm.
Oh man, dude. Why do I feel so depressed?
I'm gonna talk shit about you. If you agree with me, you're the good blacks. That is the clip we're trying to make over here. Everybody else, go over to these YouTubers that disagree with my extremely extreme ideology. Go to these sound-based YouTubers who actually live life and interact with people different from them. Go to these YouTubers and hate on the videos because they're the bad blacks. What the fuck?
He gonna help us out. Damn, all y'all niggas care about is money? Like, y'all, I thought y'all had all the money already. It just truly pisses me off, bro. And like I say all the time, this is what Ronald Reagan wanted. This is what Richard Nixon wanted. They wanted our black leaders, which is now entertainers, rappers.
Hold up a minute. Hold up.
Our
I'm guessing that's his girlfriend. Anglo White.
black leaders, which is now entertainers, rappers, to have no type of backbone. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time you had a black rapper be like, oh, nah, this nigga on bullshit? All we see is...
I don't care, bro. Actually, I'm gonna stop playing nice, bro. This guy is insufferable, bro. Like, you are the problem. I don't care. You are the problem, Antonio. Every reason for discrimination, for disorder, for just hatred between people spawned from this same type of ideology. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it here. I don't care if you disagree. It is what it is. This mentality...
Bro, I disagree. You literally just said, earlier in the video, as well as in another video, that the greed was out of control. And what Antonio is trying to say is, bro, benefit the black community. Start up your own car company. Check out this. The Chicano community, the Chicano culture, they literally invented their own fucking cars. That's why they fucking bounce up and down. Because they were trying to fucking basically rebel against, society rules. Like, oh, the car can only be this height below, instead of, touching the fucking ground. And they try to, basically rebel against that shit. And it's like, come on, bro. We don't see any, black-owned cars. You just see, everybody just being all Teslas, the fucking, Ferraris, all fucking rental cars at this point. And it's just a very sad, reality that we, care about these, cars that aren't even fucking good at all. One of the saddest things that I've realized about the whole car culture that we had is that I felt more enjoyment riding a camel than I did buying my own car. And that's when it really hit me, where I thought to myself, wow, I will have the money to go to the zoo and ride a camel than I will ever be able to ride a Ferrari. Literally. And I know a lot of people will say, well, what about Teslas? I'm like, bro, let's be real. Those are fucking ugly cars, bro. They're disgusting looking fucking cars. They're not even nice looking at all. I've seen children drawings with better designs for cars.
is terrible for anyone who wants to be successful, who wants to live in a society that recognizes people for what they do and how they're like their actual impact on the world instead of their fucking color. This is the anti-MLK. I will say it right now and I'll say it again. Go in the comments and get mad. I don't give a fuck.
These black rappers supporting MAGA. The only one I kind of see was doing something was NLE Choppa at one point, where he was kind of on his spiritual shit. I was like, okay, I kind of like this, but
Those are the blacks I like, man. Those
Oh my
are the
God,
good
bro.
blacks.
even then, he's not really doing it no more. So it's like we don't see any black people that have a bit of notoriety that does something good with it. You know, back in the day, Muhammad.
It does something good, in my opinion. In your opinion, does something good with it. Not in the any human being opinion. Right? The people that watch you and call themselves your fans are people who lock themselves in their room and are afraid of interacting with anyone who isn't the same color as them. Those people are racist. I don't give a fuck. You are racist. If you think a black man cannot fucking enjoy his money and buy a Tesla truck,
Wait, how is that racist? What? That's... Dude, that is... What are you talking about? Oh my God, you're literally complaining about him saying that everything is racist, and now you're saying that he's racist for not letting him buy shit with his money? Brother, oh God. Just please delete your channel, bro, at this point.
because he's black, you want a race representative in every black human being? Is everything that you see in another person just their fucking color? Like, what makes you Antonio, bro? What makes you different from the next person? It's not your freaking color. It's because you worked your ass off to make a YouTube channel. You worked your ass off to have consistent viewership and build an audience. That is what makes you different. There are way more deeper things than that even. Those are just successes, right? There's your personality. There's your family. There are deeper things to life than just the outside of the person. You're going to assume every single aspect of these people's life, what their ideas are, how whether or not they like Elon or not, because you see him in a Tesla, dog, and you are expecting me to fucking side with this human being, bro. The fact that, bro, anyone in the comments right now that hate because I don't side with this dumbass, y'all are dumbasses. I'm gonna put it right there, put it down. Ali.
Nah, bro, fuck that. No, you are the idiot, brother. You are the idiot. All right, that is the truth. All right.
He got his stardom. He started being on his black power shit. You don't see that no more. Anymore, you see dumbass.
Y'all get mad, bro? Bro, fight me, bro. Get mad. I don't care, bro. I don't care no more. I'm tired of being nice with y'all, bro.
Ass niggas like him now. And I know I'm ranting, bro, but it's just the truth,
That's what they all fucking say.
dog. And this shit pissing me off.
You mentioned the Cybertruck earlier. And people like, man, I don't want to.
How is this news, bro? Y'all, no, I don't want to be him, but y'all could be watching so many more productive shit because you know, like, this is his niche, right? He's gonna post these things to make you think that, oh my God, the world only see you as a Negro forever. He's gonna keep posting these things. Why? Because he gets a lot of money from it, bro. Bro's getting paid
Oh, come on, bro.
bread just to complain for being black in a country that loves. What is it? Hey,
Dog, you gotta be kidding.
from my experience, in a country that loves him, bro, I've been loved, bro. I've been taken care of by this country. That's all I'm gonna say, right? There are some problems.
Yeah, with that fucking white girl, I bet you have been taken care of, bro. I bet you she takes care of you real fucking good. You know, nothing like, I don't want to say obese. Let's just be nice and be like plus size marshmallows, you know? Some nice marshmallows that you can sleep in between here and there. You know, like I said, I'm not gonna be hating on a brother for liking a woman, But I'm just
Problems here and there, right? And that's what
I'm just gonna say, if that's the only reason why you're like, I love this country, then I think you should probably reconsider this entire video.
I'm working my ass off, right? To get the knowledge, to get the creds required to help this country solve a lot of those problems, right? I wanted to leave an impact on the world, give back to what I've been given. The opportunity in this country is insane, man. And this is coming from someone, bro, that wasn't born here. I've seen another world, bro. I was born in Africa. I've seen a whole nother world.
He's seen another world, but he doesn't even talk about that other world.
struggle. I've seen how it's like to not have hot shower when you wake up in the morning, right? I've seen how it's like to not have a microwave to put your breakfast in, or just have eggs and stuff that you can just go to a grocery store and get, right? Like I've seen those things, bro. Like cooking without a stove, bro, using coal to cook, right? Showering outside, bro, actually boiling your own hot water to shower with, bro. I have seen that. And to now come to a country that gives me all of those things that were so hard to just get as a necessary part of life. America isn't perfect, but all of the things that you deem non-necessary just because you're in this country and you're African American, it doesn't mean that you're not necessary. But all those things that you take for granted, the freedom, the ability to create content and make money from content, the ability to go to college, the ability to play a sport and be good at a sport and get paid millions of dollars for it, the ability to be free, express whatever emotions you want to express, right? The ability to be safe, right? Not having a civil war every time. All of those things, don't take it for granted, bro. You're in a great country, right? It's not the best country, but you're in a great country. And I think we should be trying as human beings, not just blacks, we should be trying to give back to the world instead of constantly fighting the world for what happened in the past. The future is made from the present. The future is made from right now. What are you going to do today? That's how you're going to get to the next phase tomorrow. If you just sit here and use your energy to focus on every bad thing that's happened in the past. Right? If we can learn from the past, but if that is the source of your energy, if every day you go and watch an Antonio Talk video, and your entire mindset is focusing on what people did to you, you would never move on. You would never actually have a future that you have control over because your present is being wasted. These types of videos, bro, this is a waste of time. This is a fucking waste of time. And
dude, that rant was a waste of time, bro. God damn. It said he is on some kumbaya shit, bro.
Cybertruck, Elon Musk, yada yada yada. You like, man, I love my Cybertruck. Man, I leave here on Friday night, man. I get me an order of fries. Yeah. I get in my truck. I put it on autonomous.
Hell yeah.
And I just let it take me home.
Hell yeah, bro. That's what I want, bro. That goes right there. Yo, just cause Antonio Speaks doesn't like Elon, my goal, my first car from working my ass off is going to be a Tesla truck. And I'm going to freaking make an intro in my Tesla truck to Antonio Speaks, bro. Get me up, man.
Why I eat fries.
Wow, that is some fucking petty ass shit right there, bro. The man hasn't even done anything to you, and you're... I'm gonna spike this motherfucker, bro. Out of spike. I'm gonna buy a fucking Tesla. Wow.
Once again, because it's so convenient.
He living.
And they can do all these cool things, I'ma excuse the racism. I don't care that he don't like me. I'ma still support him. But these be the same rappers rapping about killing niggas. If this nigga look at me wrong, I'ma murk him. But it's a nigga telling you he don't like you, you gon' support him.
Man, it's almost as if like he has to have a problem with that, right? Like it's almost like bro. I listen to Chief Keef, bro. Like Chief Keef, bro. Like crazy games,
bro. Oh man, dude. Literally, I tell you, literally just proved the point right there. Murdering another brother. This guy, I'm gonna buy a Tesla to spike him. Like, what? Bro. Come on, bro. He literally just, wow.
I just started listening to his music, bro. Like, dog is talking about the craziest shit. He's getting me hyped, right? And on me, I'm trying to go and kill dudes, bro. Right? Like, listen to an actual murderer song, like fucking Lil Durk, right? Does that mean that, oh my God, I'm a murderer too? That's the same logic you're trying to use on people that are using Elon's car. Elon's car is basically like a freaking young boy music. I'm not young boy, but I like his music. I'm not Elon, but I like the car that he makes. Does that make me a bad Negro? Antonio Talks?
Bro. You know what I'm saying, dog?
Jesus, man.
Yeah. Now we got another clip right here, Elon Musk, and it says, Elon Musk just said...
Guys, what do y'all think?
No way.
I could be completely wrong. I could be in the wrong, as they call it. I could be the bad Negro from Antonio Speaks' perspective. I just want you to hear me out and double think everything this person said. Thank you, and adios.
Get a personalized rate.
Well, I think you're completely wrong, brother. Bro, you call him the problem, and then you spam his videos for content. You seen one video get 5K views, and now you think you just glaze all his content and hate on everything that he does. The views are getting lower and lower every day, bro. He's not wrong. And to have the privilege to have my first ever disliked videos. Here you go, Zortalks. Congratulations on being the first videos that I dislike. Anyways, my lunch is over. Peace.